Good morning. It's August 20th. It's 9 a.m. I will call the order of the meeting of the Saline County Board of Commissioners. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Shadwick?
Here.
Commissioner Vidrickson?
Here.
Commissioner Sparks?
Here.
Commissioner Weiss?
Here.
Commissioner Hay?
Here. Please, if you're able to stand, join me in the flag salute, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, at this time, we will move into our citizens input portion of the meeting where citizens may speak on county government, usually limited to 3 minutes, and items that are not on the agenda, which means if you got any tax questions or anything like that, we will have a place later on in the meeting for you to talk on the questions. Other than that, limited to 3 minutes and pertaining what's not on the agenda, are there any members of the public who wish to address the commission? Please state your name.
Rosemary Meyer from Saline, Kansas. I just wanted to invite, the Granny Brigade is having an informational meeting tonight at 7 o'clock at the Carver Center, and our speakers will be our state representatives to speak on the past legislature and what's coming up in 2025.
Okay.
So, and the public is invited. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, is there anybody else? Okay, so that brings us to the consent agenda. The consent agenda is comprised of approval of tax roll adjustments, approval of accounts payable, approval of county commission minutes for August the 13th, appointment of Glenn England as clerk of the board of Elm Creek Township, official results election summary, and approval of the public forum agenda. Is there any item any commissioner would like to remove or talk about? If not, I'll bring it back for.
Move approval, please.
Second.
Okay, have an approval and a second to approve the consent agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Okay. That moves us into the next.
Revenue neutral rate hearing for Saline County for the 2025 budget.
Okay, since this is a public hearing, I will open the public hearing and ask if the public has anything that they would like to address the commission on for taxes. Yeah, please state your name, please.
Good morning to all. My name is Marilyn Smith, and I'm just here because of my taxes. My county taxes have gone up almost $1,000. My Saline City taxes $1,000, and the public library from $76 to $211, and Saline Airport $83.99 to $232. And I'm not sure what that supplement GE cap is, but it went up from $108 to $300. I'm just in awe. Oh, there's another one for $222 to $615, and $136 to $378. I'm just in awe. I moved here 10 months ago, because I had family here. I moved from Arkansas, and I'm just in awe at the taxes here compared to where I came from in Arkansas. I don't understand why the taxes are as high as they are here, because we had the same government and people in Arkansas as we do here. So I'm just pleading that maybe this will be reduced. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
We're Larry and Becky Scholda. We moved here
roughly 6 years ago, and our story is pretty much the same. Our taxes have gone up.
Overall,
Yeah.
$1,000 since we moved here 6 years ago. And that's a lot of money for
Fixed
seniors,
income.
fixed income folks. So we have a modest home, and we just hope that you'll think about this when you set the rates.
Everything else is expensive, so on a limited income, we're
We're
hurting.
struggling.
Yeah, we're
struggling.
hurting, so.
There's no, our discretionary income is shrinking and shrinking fast. So thank you.
Gentlemen, ma'am. My name is Joe Fielding. I live and work in Saline, Kansas. Saline is my home. I have family here. I love Kansas. I do have a concern that needs to be brought up, is the amount of taxation that's occurring here is becoming unsustainable. A lot of people my age and above are becoming unable to sustain the tax load. I also know some younger people who are trying to start out in life, and they are concerned that they can't take the tax load on their home. That's not good. What's really disturbing is I've been tracking something for quite some time that I'm observing a massive increase of people my age and older that are hitting the streets because they can no longer sustain the increased rents or the tax load on their homes. I see that as very serious. I'm somebody that's worked his entire life. Everything that I've worked for and tried for so I could spend my declining years and not have to worry about those things, those are serious concerns. I don't want to spend my declining years on the street. And I'm observing that in other states where that is very much increasing. That's not right. It's not right. I've always tried to be a good person, a good man, and a good citizen. I've always paid my way, but this is becoming unsustainable. I'm asking that you see the concern that what it would be like to be an older person and no longer be able to afford the place that you live because of taxes. I'm asking very respectfully, please look into that. It's a serious concern. I thank you.
Good morning. My name is Pete Bohm. I'm here to talk about a notice of proposed property tax increase at a public hearing. And I have a piece of property that was appraised a year ago to $175,500, and this year it's $352,230. Nothing has been built, nothing has changed other than this piece of paper, the notice of this here, and I can't believe that something like this would be going on. I got some other properties and they all went up at nothing like this. $175,500 to $352,230. I'd like to know what's the problem. Why is this that way? And this is going back. I just about need to get rid of the property. I can't afford that. Business is down. The economy is in a problem. I don't know. Thank you very much.
Any more public comment? Okay, I will close the public hearing and bring it back to the commission for any questions. I think I've got a question for, I believe this is for Sean. Can the folks out there can request a meeting with the county appraiser to protest or talk about their taxes and what they received?
Yes, that's true, but only at certain times of the year. When we sent out value notices approximately March 1st, they had 30 days to do that at that time. Then now that opportunity has expired. The next chance they have would be when they pay the first half of taxes in approximately December. But yes, that still can be done, and we can address any questions and valuation problems that there might be with those at that time.
Okay.
And this brings up an important point, is we're here to talk about the rate on that property. The five of us do not set the valuation.
Correct.
So that is through your office, and there is a process where they can appeal that. So.
Yes.
And I understand the frustration on both of them.
Yeah.
But as far as what we're doing today is we're just setting the rate that is taxed at that
And we would
property.
be more than happy to answer any questions that there are even at this time of the year, but we're not able to make any changes until later on.
Okay.
You know, something that occurs to me is that today we're approving the budget, but the process was several months ago started. I think, Phil, correct me if I'm wrong, but started at the last April, May, somewhere in there, where we start setting the budget and approving the budget. And throughout the budget process, which occurred for several months, no one came. Not one person was at our meetings. And today is the approval of what's come out of those meetings. And second, I want to say that ladies here spoke of all of the taxes that have went up, and I hear that. I get the same tax bill you do. The county commission has no control over the city or the library or the school board or all of the other funding that goes on. We are only responsible for the one county commission property tax, and that's all that we can control. And over the years, when the majority of us started here, the county had let things slide backwards quite a ways, you know, when it comes to improvements for buildings and vehicles and things like that. I can remember, as an example, out of all the sheriff's cars, 150,000 miles was the lowest mileage on any one that we had. The road and bridge equipment had gone way back. So we've been playing several years of catch up, and that's catching up with us. Finally, we have caught up. But I hear you. I'm with all of you. I'm on fixed income too, and you know, it's sliding backwards fast.
Any other questions? Okay, I will bring it back to the commission for action.
Well, understanding everybody's concerns, I'm still going to move that we adopt Resolution 24-2410 by a roll call vote. We have looked at the budget. We have cut out things. I think we cut out over $1 million from what originally was proposed. It is hard. It is hard to fund the government, especially. You know, a lot of the increases that have happened because of salaries. I mean, we have to retain great people, and we have a great staff. But lately, in the last few years, that's cost a lot to do some of that. So I do understand that, but my motion, I'd still make my motion.
Second the motion.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 24-2410 by roll call. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Shadwick?
Yes.
Commissioner Vidrickson?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparks?
Yes.
Commissioner Weiss?
Yes.
Commissioner Hay?
Yes. That passes 5-0. Okay, that brings us next.
Revenue neutral rate hearing for the rural fire districts 3, 4, 6, and 7.
Okay, I will open this public hearing. Is there anybody from the public that would like to speak on the revenue neutral rate hearing for the fire districts 3, 4, 6, and 7? Okay, seeing none, I will close the public hearing, bring it back to the commission for any questions or any.
Nope.
I just have the comment that on the fire districts, that they are not a tax to countywide. They are a tax only to the people who live in those particular districts, whether it be 3, 4, 6, or 7. And if you don't live in one of those districts, there is no tax that goes towards your tax bill.
Good point, yeah.
Okay, I'll bring it back to commission for action, please.
Mr. Chair, I move that we adopt Resolution 24-2411 by roll call vote.
Have a have the motion in a second. Did we get a second out of that?
Second.
Second, okay, we have a motion and a second to adopt Resolutions 24-2411 by roll call. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Shadwick,
Yes.
Commissioner Vidrickson,
Yes.
Commissioner Sparks,
Yes.
Commissioner Weiss,
Yes.
Commissioner Hay.
Yes, and that passes 5-0. Okay, that moves us on to the next one.
Public hearing on Saline County and Special District budgets for 2025.
Okay, I will open the public hearing on the Saline County and Special District budgets for 2025. Or is there any comment from the public? Okay, I will close the hearing and bring it back to the commission for any questions and possible action. Okay, see no questions. May I have a motion, please?
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve RFA 2024-119 as presented.
Second motion.
Have a motion and a second to approve RFA 2024-119 as presented. Can I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Shadwick,
Yes.
Commissioner Vidrickson,
Yes.
Commissioner Sparks,
Yes.
Commissioner Weiss,
Yes.
Commissioner Hay.
Yes. That passes 5-0. Okay, I guess that was actually under action items, so we'll move on to number 2.
National Recovery Month Proclamation with Justin Keene.
Hi. Mental health and addiction affect communities nationwide. With commitment and support, people can and do recover. Each September Recovery Month works to promote and support the emergence of a strong and proud recovery community, and celebrating the dedication of community members and service providers across the nation who make recovery in all its forms possible. The theme of National Recovery Month is Recovery is for Everyone. Every person, every family, every community. A reminder to people in recovery and those who support them that recovery belongs to all of us. With inclusive treatment, access, support, and understanding, we can eliminate barriers to services as well as broaden our understanding that the road to recovery is nonlinear. We advocate that there are many pathways to long-term recovery, and by understanding and supporting each unique journey, we only grow that much stronger. Each year, we ask for you all to be a part of the solution by promoting education around substance use and providing support systems for those struggling with addiction. We can create a healthier community that supports not only recovery and prevention, but helps save lives. Change starts with each one of us, and together we can make a difference in the lives of those around us. For the above reasons, I am asking the citizens of the city of Salina to join me in celebrating this September as National Recovery Month.
Got any plans or any exciting things happening this month that?
I know CKF has quite a few things in mind and in the works.
The run is on September 7th?
Yep. We have the 5K run on September 7th. And I think we've got a few other things in the works.
Okay. Any public comment? Okay, I'll bring it back to commission for action, please.
Mr. Chairman, I move we proclaim September as National Recovery Month.
Second the motion.
We have a motion and second to approve September as the recovery month. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. That passes 5-0. I've got a copy of the signed proclamation if you'd like to step forward. Look at her there.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that'll move us on.
Human Resources Quarterly Update with Marilyn Lamer, Director.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning.
The interval for this report is mid-May to mid-August 2024. During this time, we've had 38 new hires. 29 individuals have either transferred or promoted to different positions. We've got 25 individuals that are no longer employed. One of the activities that we had during this time was the creation of the safety committee and our meetings. We've had 3 meetings so far, with our most recent one just yesterday. We do take a look at the accidents that have happened during that time, near misses, root causes, resolutions, and then avoidance recommendations for those accidents that do happen. We did roll out some training suggestions, which included a Safety Saturday email that goes out to all Saline County employees. Pick a topic, and that goes out once a week just to kind of have that awareness for general safety. We did have a discussion yesterday about our safety suggestion boxes that we'll be placing out. We have also reviewed and had some recommended revisions to the accident injury report, just to gather a little bit more information on those injuries. We are also doing safety inspections at each location where we go. Our first one was out at Road and Bridge. The second one was at the Livestock and Expo Center. And then yesterday's meeting was at the Senior Center. We've got several employees that have completed K-Work, which is our workers' compensation provider, the defensive driving class with that. Some individuals take it due to their driving for the county. Other ones that don't drive for the county can also take that to hopefully have a little bit of a break on their insurance, private insurance premiums. And then Road and Bridge did have individuals take the K-Works forklift training. Miscellaneous activities that we are also working on is this is our season for open enrollment. That did open up yesterday. We are going to be having a 3.5% increase to our medical and prescription plan. We have a flat renewal, so no changes to the premiums there. We also have a very good possibility of doing a premium holiday to help offset that little bit of an increase. Human Resources has successfully completed another off-site payroll as a part of our continuity of operations plan. We did that out at Road and Bridge. On October 13th was the National Night Out at Jerry Abbey Park, and we had a booth for that. It was a lot cooler this year than it was last year. So we did have some people stop by, and hopefully that'll result in some applications for some vacant positions that we have. We are progressing along with our applicant tracking system that is changing for us. Our current system will sunset at the end of September, so we are working with GovBuilt, MCCI, who currently hosts our website, as our target date with them is to get that going by September 1st. Plans moving forward is to continue with pre- and post-open employment activities, finalize testing and transition to the new applicant tracking system. Do have some policies that we need to update with regards to workers' compensation. There was some workers' compensation laws that happened very recently. Continue with our in-service training plans for October 14th. This is the training day we have for employees. And then fill vacant positions. Right now we're sitting on 11 vacancies, which is kind of a very favorable number, kind of within our normal having vacancies. Budget update. When I wrote this, our health plan was running at a loss ratio of 79.3. Just this morning I got an update. It's at 81.4. Loss ratio, so that is still very, very good. Our dental plan was running at 103 when this was written. As of today, it's at 106. That's still very good. We have kind of a hot month as far as claims each year, and it just happened to be July this year. And our HR budget is running at 57%, which is in line with historical HR operations. And I'm available for questions.
Marilyn, is there any departments that are really hurting right now? I know you said 11 vacancies, but is there any certain one department that we need to get somebody into?
We are struggling with home health RNs or LPNs. So we've done an interview last week, so we're hoping to make a job offer. There are 4 positions and 3 of those are vacant. So we're hoping on that. Assistant attorneys, we generally struggle with that as well. The other ones, these are single vacancies on these others. So
Okay.
Expo Center, we're doing okay there. We're just still one short. CDL, we're just one short. CDL drivers out at Road and Bridge. And then we've got a few clerical support or administrative support positions that are open.
The no longer employed 25, that's about an 8% turnover, or thereabouts. How many of those are retired, or were they looking for new jobs, or what's that seems like a significant turnover.
There were there were 4 retirements in that group, which is kind of high for us. Usually that's about what we get for a full year, but we actually had that in that quarter. Some of these did relocate, and then some the individuals just move on. Actually, there was 4 retirements. I'm sorry.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Thank you, Marilyn.
Okay. Thank you.
Expo Farm and Weed August update.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
So this morning my interval is May through August. And on the Expo Center side, our accomplishments are we've had a little bit of time to repair, so we got some equipment repaired. We tear down, set up for events, mowing, trimming, trash, taking care of the grounds. Put new rock down at the RV site to be able to kind of level it out. Worked on some more plumbing in the Barn 2 restrooms. We hired a full-time and a part-time. The part-time person is back in college now, but still working a couple days a week with us. We had some stalls that were in Barn 3 we had to weld and put back together and fix some pieces that have rusted out, so we got that accomplished. We're continuing to water and pack the flooring in the barns. Over the winter time, we put some different dirt down inside there to fill in a lot of the holes, and we were about 6.5 inches is what we had to come up just to get back up to regular height. We temporarily have fixed some horse panels that have rusted out. Hung some small fans up in the rabbit area for the fair this year to be able to help out with air movement. We assembled new office desks. We had got new carpet in the offices too, so we got carpet in the desk put together. New building signs went up on all the buildings. We did our office and all the barns. Kenwood, they all had new signs except for 4-H put on them. Security lights, we've gotten some that have went bad over the year, and we have ended up finally getting some in and replacing them. We just hosted the Tri-Rivers Fair. Expo Center staff, they assist in the office if and when needed. And Barn 1 painted the windows, painted ballards around the grounds of the electrical units, painted parking blocks to RV areas so they're being seen better, and we painted the loading dock for safety. On the noxious weed side, we've been spraying the right-of-ways, kept maintenance up on the equipment, hired an applicator. She had just went last week and took her general, so we're waiting to hear back on that and see how that goes. That noxious weed has helped out the Expo Center when needed, like during the fair, and helped cleaning up some of the events. And they've helped customers with questions and concerns with noxious weeds in their properties. We inspected and we did noxious weed complaints, fixed and plumbed the Kenworth spray truck. We helped office staff when also needed. And on the farm, we did send out the 15 Oliver Hag scholarships already. And then our future plans on the Expo Center is we have already started cleaning up the Tri-Rivers Fair. We're almost done with that. And continue to set up and tear down upcoming events, continue helping out the office when necessary, continue grounds and building maintenance and equipment maintenance, and continue to train the new staff. On the noxious weed side, our future plans consist of continue to helping the office when needed, start right away spraying for fall spraying in September, continue maintenance on the equipment, and continue to help the Expo Center when needed. We also help customers with questions and concerns, and ongoing continue the training with our applicator and getting her other license that's needed. And then the budget update is the Expo Center year-to-date 56.3% used. Noxious weed is 36.16. It's a little low right now, but we are getting ready to go in to order our fall chemicals for spraying the roadside and aerial applicators. The noxious weed capital outlay has a balance of $161,451.93, and the farm account has $188,185.07. And I'm available for questions.
David, back behind the Expo Center where there seems to be a couple of one or two trailers parked back there quite often. What are those back there that are parked?
In the RV spot?
Well, it's right behind. It's not the parking lot RV spots, but I think it's the RV spots in the back behind the Expo Center. Little blue and white trailers sometimes, and then.
So those are actually people that do stay the night there as they're traveling through. The little one there, he had asked last winter. He stayed a few months last winter, and then the summertime he rolls out and goes somewhere else, and then he comes back for a couple months. And so it is an RV that stays there in the RV park that we collect income off of.
Okay.
Yep.
That answers that.
The budget on the farm side, is that the balance after the awards of the Oliver Haig scholarships?
No, when I did this, that was right before that. So the balance currently would be 15,000 less, so 73,000, 173,000.
Okay. Any other questions for Dave? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Comments?
I just got one comment. I attended the National Night Out the other night at Jerry Ivy Park. Like Marilyn says, it was a whole lot cooler this time than it was last year. But seemed to have a really good turnout, and want to thank the citizens of Saline and Saline County for coming out and looking at that thing. I know the kids had a lot of fun with the dogs out there, and they had a lot of fun with the horses, and they, to be able to set up in the big equipment, they were really excited about that. So again, I think that was a well put on event, and look forward to next year.
I have one comment regarding something we've already talked about today, and Sean, I'll ask you to correct me if I'm wrong, but those of you that haven't paid your taxes yet and didn't go through the process, I think you can still pay your taxes under protest and go through that process. I think that's correct.
The short answer is kind of.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
2024 taxes have not been assessed yet. There has been value placed on each property. Obviously, we have to go through the budget process of all the entities, and then here in a couple months, those taxes will be assessed. And the time to do the payment under protest would be when you pay the first half in December. So that is coming up.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, to follow up on that, I think it would behoove any taxpayer who has seen an ordinary change in their tax rates to go in and question, get a response from the appraisal office to find out what has happened, and maybe there is a need to have an appeal there and file it under protest. But I like you, don't like to see my taxes raised, but I have used the protests before with the appraiser's office, and it is a way to come to an understanding, and if mistakes have been made or something has been calculated wrong, it can be corrected there. Don't just be upset, but do something about it.
Okay.
Announcements.
I just got one. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I was just going to remind commissioners and the public that this week our consultants are in town dealing with the future facility plans for downtown, both the county facilities and city facilities in the downtown area. And so this morning at 11, the commission will be in study session over at the former Kansas Works office at 203 North 10th, along with Salina City Commission to talk about that and go through that process with the consultants. And then Thursday evening at 6 p.m., there will be a public open house at the Salina Arts Center, 242 South Santa Fe in downtown Salina, to show the public all of what has been come up with this week and have an opportunity to gather some public input.
I'll add to that a little bit. Like I said, I've had many people ask me, what are we going to do with the old jail? What are we going to do with the other, different other properties around the county and the city? So this would be a good time on Friday if you get a chance to come. Like I said, it's 6 o'clock on Friday.
Thursday.
Or Thursday, I'm sorry, Thursday at 6 at the Salina Art Warehouse. I think there's going to be a lot of good information there, and at least you can see some of the things that, we're looking at, and if you got some questions, then hopefully we can answer those too. So,
is there a place to get information?
Would you like to step up front? I can hear you, Don, but state your name.
Don Bush. Is there a place to get that information? I mean, obviously you're telling us, but if we can't get it written down and get all the particulars written down, where do we get the information if we can't remember the details?
It has been in the news. I know it's been on Salina 311 and KSAL, and it's on our website and social media.
So which part of the website?
I believe if you go to the homepage and go to events, it should be right there. And then there's also a dedicated page on the facilities project. So you click on more information or something like that, and then there's a dedicated facilities page. So it should be in both of those places.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other announcements?
I would like to make a quick announcement.
Okay.
Just, so the August primary was on the 6th, and I just want to commend all of our election workers who are community members who work for us. We have a little over 120 that work throughout the county on Election Day, and they did a fabulous job. Things went very smoothly, and if you're interested in working the elections, we do training, and you'll work with people who have worked before, but I just want to commend them on all their work, and it's a long day, and they did a great job. So.
Okay. If there's no more announcements, I entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. That passes. Thank you very much.